Why is the discriminant important for understanding parabolas? Imagine trying to figure out how many times a ball will bounce off the ground without actually throwing it. That's kind of what the discriminant helps us do with parabolas. It's a simple number that tells us a lot about the shape and position of a parabola on a graph. When you see a quadratic equation, which looks like x squared plus bx plus c equals 0, the discriminant is the part inside the square root in the quadratic formula. It's written as b squared minus for times a times c. This tiny expression holds the key to understanding how the parabola behaves. First, the discriminant tells us how many points where the parabola crosses the x-axis, called x-intercepts or roots, exist. If the discriminant is positive, the parabola crosses the x-axis at two different points. That means there are two real solutions to the equation. If it's 0, the parabola just touches the x-axis at one point, which we call a double root. This means there is exactly one real solution. When the discriminant is negative, the parabola doesn't cross the x-axis at all. Instead, it stays completely above or below the x-axis, and the solutions are not real but complex numbers. Knowing the discriminant helps us quickly picture the parabola's position without solving the equation fully. It shows whether the parabola will cut through the x-axis once, twice, or not at all. This is especially useful when graphing or analyzing the behavior of quadratic functions. It connects the algebraic form of the equation to the actual shape of the parabola, making it easier to understand what the graph looks like just by looking at the numbers. In real-world situations, the discriminant can tell us if a problem has solutions that make sense. For example, in physics, if you're calculating the height of a projectile, the discriminant can show whether the object will hit the ground or never reach a certain height. It helps us see if solutions are possible or if they're imaginary. So, the discriminant is a simple but powerful tool. It helps us see how many solutions a quadratic equation has and what the parabola looks like in relation to the x-axis. This makes understanding and working with parabolas much easier and clearer.